Let's say you know about game development a little bit, but you want to launch your own company, right? So how do you do that without any info? Well, there's good news. There's pretty good courses going on about how to launch your own company in any area. Well, I only know about game dev companies because I run a game dev company, but there they teach for a really cheap price how to launch any company and how that company can be very successful by following certain like roadmap or ideas. So I don't know about it, but I just use this roadmap given in that course, and it tells you what is successful and what is not. So, for example, you need to design for the client and listen what the client wants, not make your own crazy ideas. So there's this different tools how to plan the business to be successful, right? So it's fairly easy to launch a successful company if someone wants to do that, but people aren't aware of that. They think, yeah, my career life will fail because I have no info, right? But there's very good news. There are real people working with grown-ups who teach how to launch a successful business. Alone, alone you can launch a really successful business. I have done that in 2 years. I got really super successful beyond my wildest dreams by launching my own company, right? By following the roadmap given in the launching your own company course, right? So that is so much wanted, this launching your own company, like, and launching your own game dev company, I guess. Yeah. So uh, when I went to the course, the other members of the course, they weren't into game dev. They were like completely different areas of life, but all had the same goal, right, to launch their own company. And that is enough for a like-minded group to form, right? So you can learn so much from those courses. And in my country, if you apply to the unemployment center and say that you want to start your own company instead of working, they say here are these workplaces who are looking for people to work there. But you say that I want to make my own company. They say, oh, sure, we will give you money. Here are these free courses. And this launching your own company is actually one of these free courses in my country. So they even pay you to go to that course because there's so much wanted, right? So I got money because I visited that course or something. The government gave me money to visit that course, right? I didn't know pretty much anything about companies, right? I have worked in a company. The very first work I did when I was in India, and I ended up in working in hotel, right? Not hotel, like it's guest house. So, as a dishwasher, as a service, right? So so this is my experience, but other than that, I don't have experience working in a company. Right? So, but they give you everything you need to launch your own successful company, right? And this is so much fun. When I go to school and with my company and do these game to workshops for the very small clients, these children, I can see that the end dream is always to launch their own studio, right? To launch their own business. It's like it's very common end goal. They're all towards that direction. Right? One of the schools is it's a child school of a business school even. So it's like it's so rewarding to be able to manage a company. Of course, you can just become expert programmer and go work in another place as a programmer, right? But if you are the leader of your own company, it's so exciting for me. You can do so much different things, and it's a real thing. And you can plan like yearly, and what's the year plan? What activities does the company do this year? So it's so much fun, right? And you can decide all of it. And so it's very good for time management skills and discipline and workflow. So I cannot give a full overview of this whole course because it took many months, and you need to like follow very specific steps, like why do you do it. Many people who start the unsuccessful companies, they lack these values, right? They don't have a strong reason why do they do that. But these business coaches, they very often deal with this lack of values. Like, what is the really strong motivation and inner reason why do I want to do company in that area, right? So for example, for me, I do a game dev company. So my reason for doing that is to offer unique gameplay and enjoyable experience for others. So that is like the values of the company, and the other value is, for example, that the child is valued in the workshop as an individual. So there needs to be this strong underneath reasons. Like every business coach knows that otherwise it will collapse if you don't have strong values. Let's say you want to do a cars business, you have a garage and you want to buy like 11 cars and to sell them to people, but you don't have like values, like how does this car help that person? So it will collapse because you don't care then. Like, but if you have like values, this car is better than other cars because it's really smooth or something, that's already like a positive step towards values, right? So the company needs to offer something good for the client, right? And this comes from these inner values, core values of the company and core values of your individual soul, right? Yeah. So I'm not a business coach myself, but I feel that it's very much asked over here. It's like, how do I get the successful career? How do I launch a successful company and get money? Like, this question is so much asked here, and there is very specific, easy answers to that problem. Just go to the business coach or launching your own business training course, right? These are for free at the unemployment center, right? So I don't deal with grown-ups, that it's so much asked there. So I'm thinking about buying more of the business coach actually, because I don't know if I'm doing things correctly. Yeah, it's very successful, the company, but if I could get a good business coach, for example, up to 200 euros, maybe 2 hours for 200 euros, maybe I could buy it maybe from somewhere. I could make the company so much better, so much more efficient maybe or something. So yeah, I should maybe start to gather money to buy business coaching, right? At the moment, I'm gathering money to buy Xbox and gathering money for online poker career, but I don't gather money to buy business coaching, right? Yeah, but maybe I should do that. Yeah, it's a good idea. It's business coaching gathering fund, new hack. Yeah, but the basics are very easy to launch a successful business, and the basics are for free in my country at least.